Yeah, with the seated chest fly machine here. I'm wearing myself, trying not to take up too much space while I'm filming these little how-tos. Now, the seat is relatively important, so on this one, I don't really want to be too high or too low on this. Lower is okay, but too high might put our shoulder into a disadvantageous position coming up on here. So you generally want to be lower, right about here. This is the goal, right about here. We want to be hugging at this level right here. So I might be a little bit high on the seat here. Come down maybe 2 notches. So double check in the mirror. And before I start, as usual with most exercises, I bring the hips back, bring the chest forward, lean on back, and bring it forward. Now as you come back, a little bit of bend in the elbows, get that nice deep stretch for the chest, and come forward, straighten the elbows out, tap at the front. Feet contraction, we're going to tap right there. I usually like to bring my hands off, you tap your knuckles together. Watch out though, if you bring it up real fast and hit those knuckles, it will hurt sometimes. Nice big stretch, small bend in the elbows, knock out the elbows here. A big focus, when you bring forward, don't try and shroud forward. Keep yourself in that same position, be disciplined about that. Bring forward. If you're doing this, lower the weight a little bit. Just a few more example reps. This is a bit of a slower pace. It's not out of the ordinary. Now when you're done, and I should also show you when you begin, when you're done, come out to one side, and then out to the other. That way you don't overstretch yourself. And when you begin, grab one side, bring it around. We can even use 2 hands, bring it around, hold here, and now begin. One more adjustment, and I forgot to mention, I'll have to adjust it a little bit. So, if you look on up here, we have a bunch of different spots for depth. Now, generally, 1 or 2 from the back is pretty good, excluding this one. This one is for a separate function that I'll show in a separate video for rear delt flies, but you'll see 5 notches here that are in close proximity, and another one that's spaced away for a different function. Generally, you don't need to be this far back. Usually, right here is pretty good, which is 3 from the front. Right here is pretty good too, but really, I just want you to be able to get a good stretch. When you're placed in the machine, your arm should be behind you just a little bit. It shouldn't be way behind you. That's a little ridiculous. Right here, right here, I'm going to show an example of that deeper one there. Both of these, we might have already been there. This right here, so if I go all the way back, that's how far it goes. That's relatively intense for most people. If we go one ahead of that, it might be a little bit more comfy, but we still want to emphasize the stretching position. So this is all the way back now. See the significant difference. I mean, I'm pretty much straight out to the side. I do want to be a little bit behind, unless we have pain for any of my clients, but in a sense, either one works.